Hello, everybody. Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. Joining me today from the Department of Ag, Trade, Consumer Protection. We've got Michelle here back on the show, and you're unpacking our gifts on security and other great topics. Welcome back. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you and everyone. Thanks for having me.
All right. So new year, time to start thinking of, everybody's trying to get fit and healthy and all that classic stuff, change the habits. But a good habit to change is security. And I think we'll just tie it all together today into security. But first tips for the year is your security settings. Talk a little bit about what you want folks to be aware of on that front.
Yeah, so in October, we had Cybersecurity Awareness Month, and part of that was to take inventory of all your devices and make sure that they were secure. Your operating systems were up to date. You had your virus protection up to date. Your passwords were changed and unique. Well, we've had the holidays now, and maybe you've brought new devices into the home, and that means you need to take stock and inventory of what those new devices are, and you may have just unwrapped them and started using them right away. Well, they could very well need a password reset, so it's not the factory password. You could have an operating system that needs updating since it was packaged in that box. So this is that opportunity and reminder to gather them all together, all those new toys, and make sure that you are making those secure in your household as well, and making sure that they have that unique connection to your internet and you're not handing out information.
I will suspect too, along those same lines, a lot of technology stuff we get probably automatically need updates depending on when they were purchased and how that technology changes. Why do you guys recommend updating and doing those security updates and checking and making sure you have those up to date?
Well, making sure you have the latest operating system allows you to patch any bugs. It provides the opportunity, should new viruses be out there that the manufacturer has provided an update to, that you can add that layer of protection to your device. And it also provides you that opportunity to update or change that password from what was preset from the manufacturer to make it unique for you and your household and your information. So it's, again, arming yourself with that secure layer of protection for your devices.
Absolutely. And transitioning, but still similar in fashion, identity theft and talking about credit freezes and fraud alerts. Maybe you picked up that new credit card for the new year, whatever the case may be. You've got some great tips here on freeze and fraud alerts.
Yeah, so this is an opportunity that we ask consumers to really, again, take stock. January 28th is Data Privacy Day. And so that's a single day reminder, as opposed to October when we have a whole month, for consumers to celebrate Data Privacy Day. It's international awareness that aims at getting consumers to think about how they use the internet and what kind of details they're sharing online. Well, tied to that is your identity. You know, what's your digital footprint and how do you protect your identity? And one of the best tools that is available for free nationally is a security freeze. This locks down your credit report from yourself, from identity thieves, from anyone being able to use your information to take out an extension, a loan, a credit card, using your information, using your name. And so it is something, if you haven't put in place, you want to consider doing that. Brand new year, let's lock things up and have another layer of protection against your financial identity. As well as there's a different tool that you can use if you're concerned about locking down your credit because maybe you need to get a loan, or maybe you are just not in a place where you think that will work for you right now, and that's a fraud alert. This one is a little different in that you have a notification when someone tries to take out an extension of credit in your name. However, you need to respond. If it's not you taking out that loan or getting that new credit card and you get notified, you need to act quickly to stop it from happening or reverse course, whereas the security freeze prevents it from happening unless you actually put that temporary thaw in place to allow that transaction to happen. So really think about how you'll respond should something happen and whether or not a security freeze or a fraud alert is right for you. But both are free, and that you need to contact the credit reporting agencies to make both apply to your credit report.
Yeah, those are great tools, and we were so happy when they came to light and available out there. Sticking with the data privacy day and stuff, data privacy, it doesn't even seem breachable in some ways because of the way social media. It feels like you're so out there these days. Is there any way to or any other advice that you have for being careful about even considering all the data that you already have out there and trying to be more cautious when pursuing things online or that is out there related to your privacy?
So that first step is, making sure that you strengthen the security around your devices. Another thing you can do to just have complete awareness is check your digital footprint. Use a web browser and, whether it's Google or something else, and throw your name out there and see what you get back as a return. So you know what digital footprint you have that's public already and exists. That's your public footprint. And then think about that and analyze that information. And from that point forward, use the theme share with care. Know who you're sharing information with and why you're sharing that information. If it's social media, who are your friends? What do you post publicly versus privately? What do your pictures provide as information? Do they have facial recognition where you get tagged with your name all the time? Do you have your location services giving off information about where those pictures were taken, or have you added that layer of privacy to your information? So again, sharing with care. And if a company asks for information, challenge back. Why do they need it? How do they store it? How do they protect it? How do they destroy it? And reading and understanding those privacy policies. And then have that foundational understanding that personal information is like money, really like cash. Once you hand it out, it's hard to collect it and get it back. And so you want to really put those other layers in place to protect that information and control it as best you can in who you distribute it to.
Yeah, a lot of great tips there, Michelle. Thank you so much. If people want to learn more resources or surrounding these topics that you've talked about, you have a full library available for them to check out and for reporting the stuff as well. Where can they find that?
Yeah, you can go to the DATCP website at datcp.wi.gov, or you can call the Bureau of Consumer Protection hotline at 1-800-422-7128.
Michelle, always a pleasure having you on the show. Thank you for the great tips, and we'll look forward to having you back on the show all year long.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, we'll take a quick break. More to come. You are watching Talking Fitchburg.